Hey, when Kings talk, man, the conversation different, man. I'm your host, Willeen23, and I got a special guest with me here today, man. My boy, Big Mac.
What up, man?
Yes, sir, man. You know I had to have you on, man.
Man, it's good to be on. It's good to be seen out here with that boy Willeen.
Yes, sir, man. I like your character, man. You know, how you do your thing, man. And, like, a lot of people be wanting to be fans of it. They kind of scared, though.
Man, people are scared to do what they know in their heart they want to do. And that's the part that got me fucked up.
But the thing about it is they probably scared of what other people gonna think. You know what I'm saying?
They are scared of what other people think. And they real in their head about, you know what I'm saying, is this going to look cool or is this going to be what other people want it to be? And
right.
What we're really talking about, don't be scared to push that like button.
You out there. Hit that like button, man.
You watching right now. You looking at this, you liking it, you laughing, push the like button.
You feel me?
Push the laugh button. When I have you laughing, when you sitting there on your phone, when you on the toilet, and I'm got you laughing.
For sure.
And you scrolling, and you like, man, this nigga mad crazy. Push the laugh button.
If it make you laugh and giggle, push the like button, man. For real,
you ain't
man.
Too cool to push.
Shout out your page. Let them know what you
man,
do,
this
man.
Brownwood Vent, this time it's Unchained because
Unchained.
it's off the chain. It ain't no more chains on your board. I'm off the chain now.
Peace
I ain't got no more legal troubles, no more laws in my life. All of that is behind me. I can say what the hell I want to say. I can do what the hell I want to do. I ain't worried about my lawyer can't call me with that BS. I ain't got no probation officer.
Hey,
Shout
man.
out Brownwood Probation Department. Need a dick.
Say, we free. You hear me? Do y'all feel free? Can y'all feel free, man, one time, man? Yeah, man. But, like, let your character show. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to be you.
Afraid to laugh.
You feel me? Have a good time.
People don't want to laugh no more.
That's what it seemed like.
They don't want to have a good time no more.
And I don't know what to tell them because I'm going to enjoy myself. You hear me?
You can lead them out. Don't nobody want to dance unless it's in front of their phone no more.
Man, say.
Hey, my daughters. Shout out to my daughters. I got 18-year-olds.
Shout out to them, man.
Carissa and McCoy. Shout out, love you, baby.
Daddy love y'all.
Just had their 18th birthday party.
Okay, you almost kid free then.
I'm almost.
You about to empty the nest.
I'm about to empty.
Man, must be a wonderful feeling.
FTK.
Huh? You feel me? Yeah, I know what that means. I know what that means.
All day, FTK.
Yeah, man.
Back to the story. Them kids don't dance with each other no more.
Nah, they don't.
They dance with their phone.
And you know, I was telling.
You don't ask a girl to dance no more. You ask your phone.
With the phone.
And you dance with your phone in front of your phone.
Yeah, and that's the thing nowadays.
With your phone.
Like the internet came around and like everything.
You can't bump and grind your phone, young man.
Man, I'm telling you, these kids, they have no idea.
Bump and grind come on. What
you feel?
You gonna grab the back of the iPhone? You feeling the back of the iPhone?
You already know that's what they gonna do.
Bro.
But see, like growing up in this era, way different. We came up in the 90s. Everybody, y'all came up in the 90s too, so y'all know how we used to rock back then, the house parties.
Now that I think about it a little bit, maybe I'm glad my daughters ain't dancing.
That too, that part too.
Because guess what we was doing on that dance
floor? Oh, you already know. And I tell my teenagers all the time, I was like, man, I've been your age before. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad they dancing with their phone.
You feel me? I'm glad that they in the house and not all because we did some stuff that we can't even speak about right now.
Supposed to be doing.
But yeah, man, it's just about enjoying life at this point in time for me, man. You know, just really trying to kick back and see how far I can go, you know, on a different realm. Because we've been knowing each other for a long time.
20 plus.
Man, 20 plus years.
30.
Adolescence, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to be 39 and
I'm 41 years
41
old.
years old. So I've been knowing you all my life. Yeah, I've been knowing you all my life. And you always had a standout character. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm full of shit.
Hey, sometimes that's okay.
Hey, you know what I mean? I'm full of a lot of it. So
yeah, sometimes that's okay.
And when it come out,
right. That's just what it is, man. But at the end of the day, you
I
always
need a plunger and a plumber with me all the time.
Right. And at the end of the day, you always been you. You never tried to change. You never tried to worry about if somebody was around, how they thinking about you, how they viewing you. And that's what I really liked about you from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
I was born with this condition.
Hey, it's a condition, y'all. Y'all hear that?
It's a condition.
He got a condition.
Yeah. Most people are born with an abundant amount of fucks to give.
Right.
And I was born without it. I don't have any, bro.
He don't got none.
None. I never had
His mama and daddy didn't give him none.
No, I didn't get none for Christmas. I didn't get none for my birthday.
And probably 41 years old don't look like you're going to get anytime
soon. I'm getting none. You know what I'm saying?
That's a wrap.
It looks like I'm going to get none.
That's a wrap,
That's over with. That's dead.
Yeah, man, but I really enjoyed you, man, coming by, man, and jumping on here with me, man. It's just something that I wanted to start, man, and not just for me, for the people. You know, we can kick back, laugh, talk.
Positive vibe. I love what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I see your brand growing. I love that. I respect that.
Yes, sir. And
anything I can do to help that.
Right. You know I told you, man, just tap in with me, man. We
gonna be on board. I saw what you was doing. I was like, I got to go get on board.
Yes, sir. And he in the house tonight, y'all.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Finally made it.
He finally made it, man. But we most definitely gonna make it do what it do. And like I said, I've been one of the ones like I never cared about like the thoughts and opinions of other people.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
I
am who I am. I can't be nobody else.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
The same condition I am.
Man. I can't be nobody else. And like growing up in the small town that we grew up in, everybody else want to look at you and be like,
man, everybody got an opinion about me, but
who he think he is?
I mean,
you know what I mean? And then they want to always talk about your past.
That don't pay my rent, bro.
Man, that
don't pay my
groceries higher than a mug right now.
They don't on bills at all, bro. When I lay down at night, guess how I sleep?
Real good.
Bro, thinking about what, because I did whatever I wanted to do that day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let it be damn. Whatever gonna come with that, hey, come with that.
Come with that, please.
But I did what I was gonna do that day.
Yeah.
Every day today. And can't say I did something I didn't want to do today.
I got a question though. Did the thoughts and opinions of other people stop you from doing you?
Let me tell you how I sleep, knowing that the thoughts and opinions of other people.
Huh?
Man, bro, I don't even think about it. Don't even.
This brother right here, I can truly say he is true, authentic self.
It don't even enter my mind what is they gonna think.
Man, shout out to Brownwood event page Unchained.
Brownwood event page Unchained.
I got the CEO in the building.
Like and subscribe and join and comment. Don't just sit there laughing. I know you watching. I get the analytics. I get the analytics. I know who's watching. I know how many people is looking. I know that you're all looking at it and laughing. I hear you
Show
talking.
my boy some love, man.
I hear you talking.
Show him some love. Somebody blowing you up right now. Huh? Somebody out. Tell him he on the podcast right now. Yeah, man. But that's what it's all about, man. And like I tell people all the time, man, just be you, man. Don't even worry about what other people talking about, man. We just gonna go with
nobody else.
You can't.
Listen, whenever this life is done, man, and I'm laying there and I'm like, it ain't gonna. Other people's thoughts and opinions ain't gonna be what I think about.
It's not.
That's gonna put my mind at ease. You know what I'm saying? It's
not at all.
The memories I made, the connections I made. You know what I'm saying? And the fun I had. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely the fun.
The only regrets I'm gonna have is gonna be the things I didn't do.
That you didn't do.
I'm not gonna sit there and regret a thing I did.
And you know,
the only thing I'm gonna regret is the things I didn't get a chance to do. And a lot of people out there today, man, they got so much character on the inside and a lot of things that they want to do, but they let other people stop them from doing it, man. That's and when
crazy.
The moments pass you by, the moments is gone forever.
You can't get the moments back, bro.
But hey, you got to go through it to know it.
To know it, to actually know it.
Because I used to have what I thought was friends.
Oh, yeah. That's another subject.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, listen to me. I don't even get real that often.
Listen to the boy.
Your words have power, man, and they affect things around you. Anything you say out your mouth, it starts to take shape the moment you say it.
The law of attraction.
If you is a hater in your heart, man, and your words come out on hate, even if it's somebody that you feel like ain't listening to you, your words is powerful and it can affect them.
Yes, sir.
I was influenced by the crowd, and I let friends that wasn't on my potential level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Make me feel like I was supposed to dim my shine to fit in with them.
Never do that.
You know what I'm saying? I look back on that and I'm like, I missed out on life.
Right.
And now them people that was hating is further ahead in life than me.
And that's okay.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
They reached their potential. You know what I'm saying? I stifled mine to try to be on their level.
Right.
My potential was here.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I'm telling you.
Don't let nobody block your shine.
Don't belittle yourself,
power,
man.
But also, your mind has power too, man. Don't let nobody hate on
have
what
you
you're
ever
doing.
noticed though? Have you ever noticed like the people that is always hating, jealous of other people? I believe it's a condition with they self because they looking at this person win and then it's like a conviction for them. They make them feel like they losing.
No
you know
doubt,
what I'm saying?
it's a condition with they self.
So it's just like
that's all a branch off of jealousy.
It's
all a branch off of insecurity.
All of it,
which we all deal with.
We all
you know
deal
what I'm
with
saying?
it. Yeah, true.
But you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite Kanye West lines, and I even hate to quote him now because
old Kanye.
Anyway,
shout out to Kanye, man.
This from the old
Kanye.
This from the old.
Not Yeezy, huh?
It's not Yeezy.
Not Yeezy.
This
man.
was back when Kanye was Kanye.
Yeah.
And he was, you know what I'm saying, on that All Falls Down. He said things we buy to cover up what's inside because they made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. And I do it every day, and I see myself doing it,
True
and
statement.
I know I'm doing it.
True
and
statement.
At the same time, I be like, why am I doing it? I don't need to buy this.
Yeah, exactly.
What do I need this for?
What? Why?
Nothing.
Why?
Just so I can be like, nigga, you ain't up on this.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And
insecurity.
Insecurity. It's like a makeup. I tell people all the time, like, I done ran into a lot of dudes with money, but like you get close to them and you realize like, dude really ain't even like that. So like for me, like all that material stuff is kind of like a makeup. They put on a mask.
Makeup.
You know what I'm saying?
And even though I hate that I'm doing it, at the same time, as soon as I pick up my phone and I see that new hotness,
for sure.
Gotta have it.
One thing I'm always do when I see them hot J's drop, I gotta cop them. Let me get that. You know what I'm saying? But all that old other stuff, you know, I really ain't too big into the big designers, Versace, Gucci, and all that old stuff. I let them boys have that. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Do your thing or whatever, man. But if that's you, that's you. You know what I'm saying? But
I want all of it.
Because it's not on it's about what's on the inside, not the outside, huh?
I want to drip. And inside my mind, I know that.
My boy want to drip, man.
I hear that. And I hear it and I embrace it. I know it. At the same time,
you want to drip.
I want to drip.
My boy said he want to drip like a faucet.
So I can't judge you if you out there and you are a hater.
I feel sorry for you because that's
I judge
really
you a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. You can change that a little easier. You can change.
But like the haters though, like it really make me pay attention to you. You really telling me something about you when you're a hater.
You telling me that you're jealous.
Jealous.
You're telling me that you feel like you can't do what I'm doing.
Because insecure with your own self.
Here's what I feel like. If I see somebody doing something and I like what they're doing, instead of getting jealous and hating, I'm gonna be like, I need to do something like that. Or I need to implement some of that into what I'm doing. Or I need to, there's no need to hate.
Don't need it all.
Imitate. If you can't participate, imitate.
Yeah.
Then don't just play a hate.
Yeah, we all can win. We all can win, bro.
Copy somebody that's doing what you wish you was doing, and pretty soon you're doing it.
Exactly.
You know, if you're emulating them, guess what? You still doing it.
You still doing it.
You ain't got to play a hate.
You ain't got to play.
You can't participate, emulate.
Did you see the way Anthony Davis was looking when LeBron broke that record? Man,
why was his face so
why was it so
why Anthony Davis looked like he smelled a fart?
I thought that was his boy.
The nigga next to Anthony Davis fart. I'm gonna say Anthony Davis ain't a hater.
Man,
I'm gonna say
I don't
the
know.
nigga next to him farted so loud at that moment he couldn't overcome the fact.
That had to be the case.
It smacked him in his nose so hard. He had the stank face so bad, bro.
Man, that had to be. I hope that's the case.
I hope AD ain't a hater.
I hope that's the case. But I'm gonna tell you something. When somebody show you their true character, man, you better believe it. That was his true color right there.
I'm not gonna say he's a hater, but I'm gonna say the photo does not.
It don't do him no justice.
Exhibit A don't look good for the defendant.
It don't look good, man.
I'm gonna talk to you
I said, whoa, bro. That's how you really feel right there.
I'm talking to you like they talk to me in court, man. Exhibit A does not look good for the defendant.
It does not look good for the offended.
When it comes to is AD a hater or not?
I mean, the face said everything.
The face said, I hate that you just made that bucket. That face said, I wish that nigga would have blocked your shot.
Man, that's what that face said, man. Like, F him. LeBron, I don't know, man. Don't invite him over there to your crib. You know what I'm saying? Don't have him around your boys.
Smith did. AD look like he might J.R. Smith your mama.
Man, that's what it looked like.
Don't bring him to Thanksgiving.
Man, don't invite him to Thanksgiving.
Bro.
You need to cut him all the way off. You can't trust that, man.
Hey,
that was a moment, though,
let
man.
Hey, listen. Circle.
That was a moment right there.
If you are winning and your player and your homeboy got AD face.
Listen to this.
Cut him at your circle, man.
Tell him again. Do what to him?
Cut him at your circle,
man.
Kick him off the lake show. He don't.
They need to trade him ASAP.
He needs to go to Dallas over there with Kyrie them.
That was crazy.
Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
I ain't mad.
Hey, Kyrie and Luka, man. I really think they gonna do some. I think they're gonna do some damage, man. I think they really gonna create some smoke over there, man.
See?
I really do.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Kyrie crazy.
Yeah, but I ain't finished. I ain't finished on this subject yet because I don't know if y'all have seen the picture. If y'all need to go, go to Brownwood Vent Page Unchained because I posted it. I already posted it. I posted it, man. Go on there and look at AD's face.
Brownwood Vent Page Unchained.
Go like it and share it.
Add it and like it and then
comment
your friends and then comment and don't
share.
Be sitting there with the stank. Don't be sitting there with the AD face.
Don't do it.
When you see me shining and getting mine and out here, when you laughing and you know you laughing and you like, man, this nigga funny.
Don't have the AD face.
Don't have the AD face.
Y'all don't know what the AD face is. Go look it up, man. Go look up the AD face, man. If you can't smile when I'm winning, then you really ain't rocking with me. Because guess what? If we all let right, you my homeboy.
We supposed to be winning together.
We winning together.
Why wouldn't we?
You know what I'm saying? And if I ain't on, nigga, I'm gonna be your towel boy. Nigga, you need some water, baby?
That's why I love what you doing, man. I had to be a part of your brand. I hope I don't tarnish your brand.
Oh no, baby.
My main concern was not to tarnish your brand.
We can't do no tarnishing, baby.
Super positive vibe, and everybody know I bring nothing but.
Hey, but that's the thing. But that's the thing about it. That's your character. But even though in your wild and out moments, you still a good stand-up individual, bro.
I try to be Spike Lee and do the right thing.
Hey, you still a stand-up dude, and that's why I'm a fan of your character. I'm a fan of people that have characters and they're not afraid to let the character show and come alive.
I'm doing the right thing even when I'm doing wrong. That's how
y'all hear him. Y'all hear him. He got to live his life.
The right thing.
He got to live his life,
I can only
man.
live in one way.
Only one way, man.
I know how to do it. That's it.
And that's the moral of the story. Like when I started this, man, I already knew, like in this town, like it was gonna be some haters. It was gonna be some people like, who do you think he is? Oh, I remember when he used to do this. Like I'm not even worried about y'all to tell y'all the truth.
That happen. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Oh yeah, for sure.
100 with you. When I first saw it, first thought, the hell is this nigga doing?
What is? They just put him on the air. I'm on the air.
What is this? You know what I'm saying? Man. And it took me a second, like, hey, why can't this man learn and grow? You know what I'm saying? I can't keep you in the box of
you feel me?
Of play a little wheel forever.
Hey, they say when you get buried, that means you're dying. Hey. But when you get planted, that means you're growing. But they look the same. They look the same.
I can't hate on nobody whose first thought is gonna be, what is he really up to? You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, you know what I'm saying? But a change got to start somewhere.
It got to start somewhere.
Everybody ain't going to be the same their whole life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you on keeping it positive and pushing
all the time, man.
Why would I not? What would I have to hate on that for?
But you know, like one thing that I really did, I really got into, like, I started reading a lot, bro, and I really got into the laws of attraction. So, like, basically what it's saying is, like, the things that you put out, that's what's going to come back to you, bro.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? The law of attraction is real.
The law of attraction is real. That Robert Greene.
Yes, sir. Hey, that's what I be on, bro.
The laws of attraction is really real. I believe in it so heavy.
Oh, it's the truth.
That my youngest child, I named her Karma. Because I believe in that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like the laws of attraction is real. Like what you say.
Yeah.
Like when I said your words have power.
Oh yeah, they have power.
What you put out, that comes back. Your
energy
does, and your actions.
Yeah.
That comes back.
All that. So like if you a hater, you can't expect to get nothing good
back. To be hated on.
You can't expect to
get hated on. I don't put no hate out there.
Man, and to tell you the truth, like to tell you the truth, like I ain't even worried about the haters because like the haters they from afar. But like Birdman say, what he say? The envy come from a person that's close to you. It's right there, and that's sad to say, but like a lot of time it come from the people right next to you that you depending to be 100 with you, that you counting on to just like really be there for you, but they had that AD face.
You know what I'm saying? Envy is worse than hate. Hate, you right, because hate is gonna come from somebody that don't really know you.
That don't really know you, so you really not concerned about them. That envy, ooh, it's right up, it's right in your circle, it's right there.
That's right there.
That AD face.
And I hear people say it. See, this is where I think we gonna differ a lot.
Huh? What's up? Let me talk to me, baby.
Lean, we finna open us.
Open it up.
Listen, because here's how much I don't concede to jealousy, because I feel like people know that jealousy and envy, it's a deadly sin.
It's a deadly sin.
I'm not a religious man, but there's divine wisdom in that book.
Yeah,
you know what
it is.
Saying? And
very
the
divine.
other religious book. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no fool either.
Whatever's on the good side, we with it.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, jealousy is a deadly sin. One of the 7 deadly sins. Everybody knows that. But yet, when it comes to relationships, for some reason, we fostered this idea that jealousy is okay. It's all right to be jealous of your spouse. It's all right to be jealous of that time or jealous of another person wanting that time or in that time. And it's still that same deadly sin.
Right.
But for some reason, when it comes to relationships,
that's a good topic.
It's like jealousy is embedded in it, and we allow it. Not only allow it, we foster it. Like we feed into it.
Do you think like what you're saying in the relationship part, right? So for instance, like if we going out, you and your old lady go out, and your old lady getting hit on, are you gonna get mad at her? Or you gonna get mad at the dude? And when I say get mad at the dude, not like go charge him up or anything like that, but are you gonna feel some type of way and start treating her a certain type of way?
I'm going to get turned on because I like that type of shit.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
me and my wife
out with my girl and don't nobody. If I'm out with somebody that don't nobody want,
right? That part.
I don't want it either.
That part right there.
Like, of course they want you. What you think I brought you here for?
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I tell my wife that all the time. Like, I don't get mad when they hit on you.
When I walk in, every eye need to turn and go. Shh.
Yeah, but that lets me know I'm doing something.
Of course.
You my trophy, girl.
What else are we doing?
Shout out to my wife, Lacey.
If he starts to flirt with her, I feel like, of course, that's what he's
supposed to do.
Man, that's what he's supposed to do.
That's what. And if it goes any further than that, then you put the blame on her for entertaining it. That's just how they go. You know what I'm saying?
And if it does happen, I'm not gonna be in my feelings. I'm not gonna be jealous. Because obviously you came and got your girl.
Exactly. Because she wasn't mine.
Obviously that wasn't my girl to begin with.
She never belonged to you.
And I'm sitting here wasting time with your girl.
So you helped me out, bro.
You came and got her. I appreciate you. You late.
Yeah.
You late.
Where you been
and
at?
I've been wasting my time. So
you owe me a couple dollars. You owe me a couple dollars.
I done bought 2 drinks before you got here. So run me my $15.
Run him his money, man.
Y'all have an enjoyable life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no time to get jealous. No time to waste with
that part right
jealousy.
There, man.
It don't come in. If you find yourself jealous of this person, you're in that mood, you need to remove yourself from that situation because it obviously ain't for you.
This another thing, like, like I got 3 baby mamas. I don't know if y'all know that. But like it's crazy, like the life I have now with my wife, it's amazing, right?
Right.
My baby mamas look at that, they don't like it. They hate that. But that's the same type of life I try to get in, but they weren't receptive to it. And now they mad that old girl getting all of it. Why you mad at her?
She ain't be mad. I mean,
she did you no injustice.
Some people don't go together right. Some people match up just right. You know what I'm
exactly.
Saying? That wasn't meant for you. There's no point to be jealous. That wasn't meant for you.
It wasn't meant for you. And this the thing about it. A lot of people be in a relationship for a long time, and it's like they blaming this person, then they separate, and this person go off to be great, and you still stuck in that bullshit. And so, who really was the problem?
You know what I'm saying? I think that's evident.
That's evident, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's evident.
Your life still in shambles, and this person went off, and he is great.
That's because people are looking for somebody to complete them.
Yeah.
This whole notion of I need somebody to complete me is so wrong
It is.
I mean, like,
complete yourself.
If you're not complete by yourself,
right?
You can't.
You really gotta love yourself, man. I say it all the time, bro.
I'm about to open up another can.
Man, open it up. He steady opening up cans over there.
About to open up another can.
How many did you bring with you, man?
Listen, I feel like this, honestly.
Talk to him, Mac.
Because people feel like if they were to have 2 relationships, it would be too much work. This is what I hear all the time. I can't have 2 relationships. It would be too much work. If the person that you're with is so much work already that the thought of having another one of that person, if the thought of having that same person again is so draining to you,
listen to him.
That you're like, oh my God, I couldn't deal with another one of them. You, that's the last thing I want.
Listen to him.
That might not be the person you want to be with in the first damn place.
Because it shouldn't be that goddamn hard, should it?
If the thought of having an exact duplicate of the person you're with don't make you automatically smile, like, oh my God, having 2 of them?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, that'll be great. If that ain't your reaction,
if that ain't your reaction, you might that
need
person is mentally, physically, or emotionally draining you. And you ain't got no more energy.
You need to let that go.
That ain't for you.
That's some real shit.
If your energy don't double with excitement at the thought of having 2 of them,
right? I
mean, I don't know what to tell you. If that don't say something,
that means you don't even want the first one,
man.
So how could you get to?
Man, hold up.
No,
if the thought of having another one of those don't make you want to be like, oh my God, I wish I had 2 dicks then. Yeah. I mean,
and like it's crazy. I was scrolling on TikTok. I was seeing this one video, and the girl was, "Oh, you'll never find another one of me." He said, "Well, good then."
Who wanted the first one?
He said, "Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I'm getting up out of this one."
If when you ask your partner, babe, would you like to have another one? What if you had 2 of me?
Man,
if they look at you and they're like, "Oh my God," I would be completely drained.
Yeah, I wish I could have about 3 or 4 of my wives.
That would be the worst thing. If they're like, that would be the absolute. I can't think of nothing worse.
Yeah,
than to have another one of you.
Yeah, real talk. And shout out to my baby, man. I wish I could clone my wife, man. I'd probably clone her 4 or 5 times and have them all just here. For real, though. But that's real what you said, man. I never thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying? But like
a lot of people don't because people feel like you're supposed to put all of your energy into somebody. Right. You know what I'm saying? And like that's a ridiculous thought to me. I don't need somebody to put all their energy into me. Yeah. What in the world? Why do I need to drain your energy like that? Right.
I don't want to drain your energy. I'm not trying to drain your energy.
Let's both be batteries instead of me being
Ooh,
you know
that boy say let's both be batteries.
Let's both be batteries.
Brownwood Vent Page Unchained, man. Say, my boy Mac on here, man. He opening up cans and dropping knowledge at the same time, man. What I tell y'all about my dude, man? I try to tell y'all about my dude right here, man. A good stand-up individual. I don't care what the DA say.
I don't care what the probation officer say. I don't care what the DA say, what the police say. Man. I don't care what your mama say. I damn sure don't care what your auntie.
Unchained.
Off the chain.
Brownwood Vent Page, man. Y'all make sure y'all go like, man, comment, share, all that good stuff, man. Don't just sit back in the dark.
Subscribe to.
When Kings talk, the conversation is different.
And when
man.
the Joker's in the deck, the conversation gets crazy.
The Joker's here. I had to let him do it, y'all. I had to let Matt come through and drop motherfucking salt on y'all, man.
One time.
And that's what it's about, bro. Like supporting one another, man. Like when you got out and I seen that you started your vent page back up, I said, yeah, man, okay, he back. You know my boy's back.
When I came back, people was like, hey, we need that.
They was calling for it. Yeah, they was calling for it. That let you know you had something.
Have another outlet, but people needed it.
Yeah, that let you know when you really had something good that people.
I was gonna write a book.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna write a book.
Man. Yeah, you still can. What's stopping you now? You still can write the book.
Nothing's stopping me, but I mean, when I have an outlet, when I have something to put it out, like I channel that energy and I just.
Right, I got you.
The vent page is such an instant outlet.
It's just an instant, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Before with music, I would have to wait to record it,
and all that
wait
stuff.
to put it out, wait to get the feedback. And for me, I need.
You need that instant.
I need feedback.
Right
you
now.
know what I'm saying? I need an outlet and I need feedback.
I'm with you.
And with this vent page, it's so instant. It's so I can just, and my thoughts come crazy fast. So
and what's crazy, like I'm gonna say this. You got a lot of fans of the vent page that you don't know because they don't never hit the like button. They don't never comment.
No, they tell me when they see me.
Oh, when they see you.
You know what I'm saying? They tell me when they see me. Hey, that's funny. Or I like that. Or you really be clowning, but I got a job. I can't, man. I can't let this know. I'm
professional.
And I can't be doing it.
We all is.
It was supposed to be a podcast before. It was talking about
man.
a podcast.
I told you that before we got started, man. You supposed to start a podcast.
You know what I'm saying? I had an idea before with the other vent page, you know what I'm saying, advertising,
right?
Putting people on, but people was like, I love your page, but
man,
you can't advertise me on there because I don't want to be associated with this or that. You know what I'm saying?
Get out of here.
Like, hey, you know what?
Get out of here.
Real talk, I may not be for everybody. I ain't everybody's friend.
And that's the thing about it, though. You just gotta be you, and the right people gonna gravitate towards you.
The right people gonna gravitate, but
you gonna find your lane.
What they don't understand really is it's all therapeutic for me.
Right, exactly.
It is my therapy. It's
right.
what I do to, you know what I'm saying? It's my vent. It's my outlet to just get whatever I'm thinking
off your chest, off your mind, whatever.
Out,
and
whatever
then like
craziness it is,
the sense of humor of it.
I get angry on it.
I ain't gonna lie, I be looking at some of the stuff. I be like, man, this boy wild. Hey. And that's the whole point, though. To be honest,
I say what it is.
That's the whole point, to be honest.
And the people that comment. Shout out to all the people that comment.
Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the best.
Shout out to everybody on the vent that actually uses the vent how it's supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
While we talking about the haters, let me give some shine to the people who need it real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give it to the ones that deserve.
First of all, my boy Tony Reyes, who goes by Tommy Gunn on the page.
Tommy Gunn, shout out to you, man.
Shout out to Tommy Gunn. You've been with me since day one. Always bringing that funny stuff. Everybody comes and enjoys that. That new Chantel Thomas, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Keep it 100. Okay.
I didn't know. You want to know how I know she's gonna be a good personality on the page? Because people don't like her.
Oh, yeah.
People don't like her.
And you know when they don't like it, they go chime in just to chime in and
watch, just to watch, just to hate.
Yeah.
Just to hate. As soon as I made her moderator, my inbox blew up. Like, how do you know this girl? What is her deal? I don't like her.
You know what? You know what I say when they do that? You waking them up. You done woke them up. You done woke them up.
Hit on something there.
Yes, sir.
Hit on something there.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, the other people that be hey, there's a guy named Jeremy Bradshaw. You post the most posts on Brownwood Vent. I had to limit your posts.
Oh man, he
had
to
dumb you down. Not that I don't
love
you, but damn, bro, I can't scroll my own shit, bro, without you. You got 25 posts on the thing. But shout out to you. Don't go nowhere.
Shout out to you, man. Keep venting.
Keep venting. But hey, bro.
Yeah, man.
But like, got that much to say, bro.
The moral of the story is this: that we appreciate the ones that actually chime in and show love and participate. And you know what's crazy is
it's
like
for you.
It's crazy. Like they'll go off and support somebody that they don't know, and the person that probably don't care about them.
That's the hardest part.
And walk right past them.
I learned that in music.
Ain't that crazy though?
Cause bruh, I could bring my CD around here.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't gonna play it.
They ain't gonna give you no.
You go out of town, man, they'll buy it. They'll support you. They'll put it in.
You feel me?
They'll play it. Get their friends to play it.
Man, I listened to some. It was real. I think this was 50 Cent that said that. He say, man, don't worry about the people that you know supporting you because the strangers gonna make you rich.
Hey.
He said the strangers are gonna make you rich.
And that's the code.
And he say it's a cold game like that. That's just the way it is.
I don't know. I don't think most people take the time to actually think about the things they do.
No, they really don't.
They really don't. They're automatically programmed to do the normal.
Right.
Or what they've seen people do. And
then too, like being in a small town like this.
It's so deep that when I had a conversation with my mother the other day, I realized that even though we're on the same planet, we live in different worlds, man.
Different worlds. Ain't that crazy?
Different worlds. It's like we ain't even see the same things. Like we're looking at different scenery out here.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to realize that like we're all in different worlds, man.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing about it too, because it happens more often than not. And like some people don't even recognize that. Some people, like you say, they're in a different world.
They don't take the time to think about anything. Their world is pre-programmed in pre-packaged form.
Right.
And I was born with this condition.
Yeah.
I question every single thing.
Right. Like why?
I question. I don't take nothing for. Oh, I just do this just because. It's just the way it's always been. Oh, right. I hate that.
And one thing I want to touch on something, but I don't want to get too deep into it because people gonna feel the way they're gonna feel. But like I started doing research on the religion. You know what I'm saying? And Bibletical, and like you'll be surprised of the stuff you'll find out, and like it's crazy.
It's
crazy.
What is it? Man, Tell me about the biblical analytical.
Man, I really don't want to go there. We're gonna say that. We're gonna say that for another podcast. But I encourage y'all to just stop believing everything that the people tell y'all and actually go do the research yourself, man. Go do the research yourself.
If you listen to anything he just said, go do the research yourself. Because I'm gonna say it. It's bullshit. All religion is bullshit.
Brownwood Vent page Unchained,
bullshit. Man. Christianity's bullshit.
Listen, man, go. What you do? Bullshit. Go do the research yourself and form your own opinion.
Let me clear that up. My opinion.
Max
I'm not
opinion.
gonna say completely bullshit. Because there is divine knowledge and wisdom in all of those things.
Okay. You
just have to be smart enough to discern.
Yeah, right.
The knowledge from the bullshit.
Right, exactly. And that's just something that I started doing on my own because it's like we just following this and like this is what they telling us. And then like when stuff don't start to add up, it's just like I'm not no dummy. You just can't tell me anything and expect me to believe it. So it's just like, let me go see what's really. Some of the things,
though, that people will accept.
Right.
I've learned to never underestimate.
Right.
What you can actually sell somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It goes deep.
It goes
real
deep.
You can actually sell them anything, man.
Anything.
If they're in the right frame of mind to accept it.
Yep.
And a lot of people are so programmed.
And the thing about it is, like the programming. If they're around other people that are already programmed, they just gonna do it just because they doing it over here. Yeah. They doing it. Let me go do it. That's what they believe. Oh man, I want to believe the same thing.
Anytime you tell me your mind on a subject was made up 2,000 years ago by somebody that you never even met.
Yeah.
Because you read it in a book. From then, like your mind is made up from that. I don't even respect your opinion.
Right.
You don't have an opinion.
If
I'm looking for your opinion, I'll go read it from a scholar. I'll go read it from Socrates. If I want your opinion, because you don't have one.
Because you don't have.
You have a regurgitation of somebody else's opinion.
Exactly. Follow the leader, basically.
That's all that is.
And I've never been one to follow, man. I want to find out the information for myself and make a decision myself.
And it's so easy these days. If you don't want to read, just watch the damn watch a knowledgeable show.
Right.
Hell, watch a documentary. They'll tell it to you. You ain't got to read.
You gain a lot of knowledge.
If you can't read, man, can you at least watch TV?
Yeah.
Because you can watch something.
It's some things you can tap into that can give you knowledge on these basic topics that we discussing, man.
Exactly.
But like basically, man, just don't believe anything that anyone tells you, man. Go do your own research, form your own opinion about it, and I'm not even telling you not to. It's your life. You do what you want to do. That's on you. You know.
I used to have when I first started the Vent page, I really thought I was telling my old lady this the other day. I thought that if I could just open up the dialogue, maybe there was just some topics that people just didn't understand. They hadn't been explained to. Maybe they just had talked to somebody.
Anyway.
And I thought that if I could just explain it to them, I could get them to understand. These people don't want to understand.
No, they don't, man.
They don't want to know.
Like you said, man, they already pre-programmed, man, and that's the condition that they living in.
Responses.
So it's just like, all right, man. I mean, you can't make them money. You can lead a horse to the water, but you can't what?
In a group of 14,000 people, there was probably 14 individuals that could actually give a thoughtful response. Could actually look at some information, think about it for a second, roll it around in their own head, come out with a
reasonable response.
A real response. Not a pre-programmed, automated,
right,
paint by numbers response.
Yeah.
That's you didn't think about it at all. You just programmed it to say.
Oh, this is blah, 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 blah. Yeah,
exactly.
Man. Well, yeah, man. What I tell y'all, man, just live y'all life and do what's best for you at the end of the day. But also do your research and don't just let anybody lead you off the cliff.
I'm gonna tell you where that all begins.
Talk to
Open
him.
up another can, man.
Another can? How many?
Education system, man. It starts with high school. Man. It's bullshit. High school is bullshit.
Man, say.
Yes, twins, you still have to graduate. High school is still bullshit. I'm gonna tell you why.
You know what they gonna say though, right?
You how to think. All it does is teach you how to regurgitate pre-programmed responses. That's what they program us to do from kindergarten through high school.
Yeah.
Don't think. Retain this information.
Yeah, and
repeat it back to
you. Repeat it back.
That's it. Retain this information. Repeat it back. Mm-hmm. If you can do that, you can pass. But you can't think.
What's crazy?
Think for yourself.
Like, this is another can. We're gonna go somewhere else with this, but like, you know, they signed a Bill of Rights, right, to take all the old history away. Like, they're gonna wash away like Martin Luther King. They're gonna take all the slave stuff, all this stuff out of the history books. So they're really like washing it out, washing it away. So it's
bring that back. I don't even understand.
Yeah. It's a Bill of Rights that they signed. They trying
take it away.
They trying to wash away all the history.
Here's what I hear a lot of. I hear a lot of people complaining about them taking down Confederate statues, talking about
they went crazy, didn't they?
Talking about that's a race in history, and why would we want to take down Confederate statues? Because then that's a race in history.
Right.
More bullshit. First of all, because I posted this on the event page.
Okay.
Event page Unchained, just to get people to think.
Go tap in.
By now, people are up. They know my bullshit when I post it. They know
they
exactly what I'm doing.
Right.
They're on to me now. When I first started, people was in their feelings.
They gonna be like, why you bring him on the show?
I would post something like, hey, I'm trying to get a petition to get an Osama bin Laden
this boy
statue in Coggin Park.
Oh, man.
Don't nobody want no damn Osama bin Laden statue in Coggin Park.
Come on, man.
That ain't how we have to remember history. You know what I'm saying? We don't need a statue of Osama bin Laden and a plaque of his military accomplishments. That's exactly what it's like to have a statue of General Lee in the middle of a park.
Exactly.
We don't need that's not how you remember history, is by honoring a traitor who killed Americans who were trying to free slaves.
Right. And this
we don't need to honor him to have that as a part of history. Taking that down don't erase the slave trade at all. It don't erase slavery at all,
man.
All it does is not honor somebody who doesn't need to be honored.
Exactly, my thing. And then like you get some of them that take up for it, like, oh man, we were fighting for this. Do you know what they was really fighting for? They was fighting because they wanted to keep their slaves. They didn't want them to be free. That's what they was really fighting about.
Brand is bullshit.
When Kings talk, the conversation is different, man. We go deep. We're going to talk about discussions that everybody ain't going to be comfortable with. But if you tap in and really pay attention, tell me, do it make sense?
I didn't hear anything about them erasing black history out of actual history books. Like, why would they do that?
They trying to wipe it all out, man. Because this the thing about it.
What would that do?
People are starting to wake up. You see what I'm saying? People are starting to wake up and realize, like, oh, that's bullshit.
Hey, it's a lot of it out there, bro. The bullshit is.
And so when I seen that, I'm thought, oh, they trying to cover their tail, right? They trying to really cover their tail with this one. But it's just like,
that sounds like an erasing of history.
Yeah, erasing of history.
Like,
how you gonna take Martin Luther King out of the history book? This February, this Black History Month.
Expanding on
this Black History Month, man.
Oh my God, I'm tired of closet racists using Martin Luther King as their mascot and some type of shield to their bullshittery. Like, what would Malcolm think about you guys doing what you're doing? First of all, Clayton, Malcolm's opinion, don't pay my rent. Once again, he ain't the king of black people. He's Martin Luther King, but he is not the king of black people. And I'm not on that Martin Luther shit. I will get you. I'll get one of you. Okay, I'm more Malcolm than Martin.
Brownwood Vintage Unchained, man.
You might want to step out of my face with that bullshit.
And like, what's crazy? Like, this is another thing that I want to talk about. It's just like when you and I get together, or another person of race or the same color, we get to discussing this topic here, and everybody will look at us like we're being racist. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even the thing. So you can treat me a certain way, but I can't discuss how you're treating me because why? You think that I'm being racist towards you now when you really the one that invented this.
The word racist is thrown around so much now.
It is.
I've been called racist so much.
How's that?
So many times, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't your wife white? Ain't she a Caucasian?
I don't even bring that up. I don't even say that because like it's so ridiculous to say I'm racist. I don't like racists. You know
I hate them.
I hate racists.
It's a lot of things that'll make my blood boil, and a racist person is one.
Sometimes I might use the wrong word, and say rednecks or hillbillies or
right. But you don't mean it as like you know what I'm saying?
I mean those racists. They know who they are when I say it.
Exactly.
They know who they are when I say
right.
it. The people who ain't got no hate in their heart, they know I ain't talking about them when I say.
And my thing is this:
racist ass hillbilly rednecks.
Why can't we just love one another, man? Why can't we just build one another up? Man. Help one another be great. It don't matter. Because what's crazy, God's so amazing, man. He designed us all the same. You cut me open, cut him open, we're gonna bleed the same. We got the same organs, baby.
Same thing.
Do it with a Caucasian or Asian. Same thing.
And at the end of the day, we all want the same thing.
All want the same thing, man.
We all want the same thing. We all want what was written down in that paper.
Right.
Hey, the Founding Fathers was very poetic when they wrote what they wrote.
They was.
And if we live up to what they wrote, it'd be a beautiful thing.
It'd be a beautiful
life,
thing.
Liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, bro. That's all everybody wants. But they didn't mean that for everybody when they wrote it down.
Exactly.
And we still trying to get to that place. You know what I'm saying?
Still trying to get to it.
We done came a long way. It's
a long way. A very long way.
You know what I'm saying? We close. I feel like we close.
I think we're gonna get there. But you still gonna have your closets.
It's gonna take time, man. Rome wasn't built in a day. This country didn't get deep into its shit in a day.
In a day.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't gonna get out in a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but like the people that don't say nothing about it when they see it or around it, and this person, once you correct that person, like, look, bro, why you gotta be that way? Why you gotta act like that? Like, those are the people that need to stand up and say something. Don't just be quiet.
That's true.
Don't just be quiet. Correct that person. You know what I mean?
Correct bad behavior when you see it.
When you see it, man. Don't let it just go wrong.
If you care about somebody, especially if you truly care about somebody.
Yeah, if you truly care about somebody.
And on the same note, notice when somebody really cares about you, they're going to tell you something that maybe you don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to try to correct your behavior. Be open to having your behavior corrected.
Right, exactly. But I'm going to tell you a story, man. I was working at this one place, and for all of y'all that know me, I used to be a cook at a certain restaurant here in town. But I ain't even gonna say the name of it.
Trash.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say the name of it. But like, we got into a heated discussion. That was around the time that the people they was rushing the Capitol and all that old stuff.
Oh Lord!
So it was between all that time and then Juneteenth and all that stuff was coming up and stuff like that. And like I got me a Black Lives Matter shirt.
Oh, of course.
And I wore it to work. Oh man, he had that AD face.
He had the AD face.
It told me everything. And then all the other employees, they really got to see the real him. They really got to see what was really on the inside of him. And so we off into this debate and blah, blah, blah. And the man say, my granddaddy used to call everybody Niggers. And I said, what? Mm-hmm. I say, so you think that's okay? So that's really what's embedded inside of you.
Well,
so that's really what's embedded inside of you.
See,
it's okay.
It's something I need to work on in myself.
Right.
Because seeing that embedded in him, it would have felt like the weight of my ancestors would have told me to take it out of his heart.
Right.
Like,
I know, right?
Take that out of his heart. You know what I'm saying?
I say this all the time. If I was a slave, if I was back in the slave days, They would have killed me. I would have been with a old girl on the Underground Railroad. Let's find some way to get up out of here.
It makes me want to help them so bad. Like I want to reach into your heart, bro, for you, and let me go ahead and remove that for you.
Get the hate out your heart, man. Get the hate out your heart.
Let me hold that for you.
Please.
Let me hold that hate for you.
It's detrimental to your health, man.
Let me hold that for you.
But yeah, man, and it was just crazy for me. And like all the other employees, they finally understood why it didn't matter what I did. If I ran the whole place and did everything, he'll never give me applause because he couldn't, because what was in his heart.
I'm glad that whole movement happened. It's a real easy way for me to weed out if I have time to talk to you or not. You know what I'm saying? I can easily say, what are your thoughts on Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
And if
you can easily say that.
I'm gonna learn everything I need to know about you by your response.
By your response.
And I mean, I'm not even gonna waste no time. Would you give me the wrong response? I'm not even gonna waste no time.
And guess this, we've been living here a long time, so I know you remember like I remember. I remember when the KKK used to march in front of the courthouse back in the day. I remember that.
I remember that.
And so it's like now Black Lives Matter seem to rub them the wrong way. Well, why didn't the KKK rub you the wrong way?
I'm gonna tell you like this, man.
And we weren't even, the Black Lives Matter, they weren't even violent.
This is the best way I can describe Black Lives Matter to somebody without, and after this, if they still don't get it, they just don't want to get it. There's a movement out there right now for motorcyclists on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Learn me something.
It's talking about biker lives.
Okay.
I don't know what the name of it is, but basically the same thing.
Right.
Beware bikers out here.
Beware bikers.
Bikers are like, hey, we're out here on the road. We're a little bit more vulnerable than the rest of y'all. Y'all may not see us out here and stuff, but pay attention. We out here. We get ran over at an alarming rate. Pay attention to bikers.
Pay attention to life. Yeah.
Biker lives matter.
Biker lives matter.
That don't mean fuck you if you drive a truck. I'm sorry.
That is what that means.
That don't mean to hell with you if you in a car.
It does that.
That don't mean we hate you if you ride bikes, bicycles, or if you're a pedestrian walker.
That's the best way to break this
All
down.
it means is we on bikes out here.
Please watch out for us.
Look out for we
Stop
out here
running us over.
Stop running us over.
We want to live.
Much respect, we don't want nothing from you. We ain't asking you to pay our car insurance. We ain't asking you for a ride. We ain't asking you, can we get in your truck with you?
Yeah.
All we saying is we own bikes. And we need you to look at
our lives matter.
Our lives matter. That's the same thing black people are saying. We don't.
That's a good comparison.
We don't want no special.
No sympathy.
Nothing. We ain't asking you to come pay my electric bill or I don't feel like you owe me $50. You know what I'm saying? You can.
Just have regards. Just have regards for my life, like you have.
Black Lives Matter out here. I don't mean that as a FU.
And it was crazy.
I just mean that as we out here,
bro. Like
we a little bit vulnerable right now.
When they stormed that Capitol, I say, man, what is really going on? It couldn't have been nobody else. We know
it was a hell of a day for me, brother. Because at that same time,
was crazy.
At that same time that Capitol's being stormed. My grandmother, man, who raised me, was passing away. Man.
Man, rest in peace to her, man.
Same day, during that same, I'm watching it on TV and I'm getting phone calls from the hospital like at the same time, and I was like, "What is going on? What is?"
I bet you felt like the world was like at an end or in chaos. Yo, that's pretty crazy.
I never thought in my life I would see somebody gain so much power and control that they would try to overthrow the American government and have enough support that it looked like it was about to happen.
It looked like it was about to happen.
I was like, man, we about to overthrow
the government. It looked like it was about to happen, man.
Real talk.
Because when you do stuff like that, you act like a terrorist. So what do they do to terrorists? What do they do to them? That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like, man, I hate to say this, and I really don't want to say this, but that was a big show to everybody of white privilege.
Brother, Donald Trump is the biggest show of white privilege.
Yes, sir.
If you don't understand it after looking at a man like that, as an American, I don't want him as my president. That scared the hell out of me.
No, not at all.
As somebody who is a heavy purveyor of bullshit and a studier of the psychological art and how to get people to follow you. Oh my God, that man was amazing.
He's a genius.
He's second to only Hitler in this 100-year era. on how to get people to abandon all common sense.
Listen, bro.
And
it's crazy. I had to look the video up and show my wife right before. This was probably like in the 90s or 80s or something like that. Donald Trump was saying, if I ever ran for president, I would run because they're some of the dumbest voters ever. That's what he said.
I heard the quote.
That's what Donald Trump said. They can go look up the video.
But to watch him, he was a below average student his whole life.
Yeah.
He has no discernible talents or
he's just a businessman.
Anything notable. He's not even that great of a businessman, bro.
Yeah, I know it, but that's all you can really say about Donald Trump is he's a businessman.
He's unremarkable in every facet, other than he can convince people to abandon their common sense and go against
whatever he's talking about.
What they know is right. Listen, when I was born, my family came here following a church preacher man named David Terrell.
I remember it, Banks, Texas.
At
Banks the Tabernacle.
Church. So I was born. I feel like this is how I learned the game so early. I was born and I watched this man. This preacher man could talk people out their pockets. I'm talking about give up their life type stuff. Give it all up. Give everything, every cent they got. I seen him turn people's pockets inside out to where they just screaming, I ain't got no more money. If I had it, I'd give it to you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because his words was that powerful, because they was that scared of that burning inferno. You know what I'm saying? Because he was able to use their common sense against them. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump is of that same vein.
Right.
Of a pimp's vein. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going to scare He can talk you out your drawers, and at the same time, I respect it.
Right, at the same time.
Because I'm like, wow, I wish I could do that in silky smooth.
Right, yeah, but you can't be my leader,
silky
though.
Smooth.
Real smooth. Too smooth.
With his.
Too smooth.
If I wasn't so well adversed in the art of bullshittery, I could be caught up in this. You know what I'm saying?
Easily.
But I've seen, I was born in Banks Church, man. I've seen the game.
Yeah.
I've seen it ran real well. Mm-hmm. So I know I can pick up on it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, Donald Trump is one of my heroes. At the same time, I hate him.
You hate him.
Because if I could get 15% of his.
Yeah, man. You be good.
Whoa.
Forever. You be good. And what's crazy, like before the presidency, like I was a fan of Donald Trump. I still don't got nothing against him right now, but like I feel like when he got in there, a lot of racial stuff that started popping out that he was okay with, so that made me look at him a different way. And that's the only thing I got to say about him.
I'm a fan of Donald Trump. I'm not a fan of President Donald Trump.
Right. There you go.
Donald Trump as a man, I can only stand back in awe and look at what he is able to accomplish with his mouthpiece. That man is cold.
Yeah, he cold.
You know what I'm saying? Cold.
He's
in
cold
the game. He bullshitted his way to the highest office in the land.
Listen, man, I don't know if a lot of
has people ready to take down the government for his ignorant ass.
Listen,
like, he's great.
The man got so much game, right? His ex-wife, or one of his, it got to be his ex-wife, when she died, right? He buried her at one of his golf courses, right? And the thing about this that people don't understand, if you have someone buried on your land or your place, you get all kind of tax write-offs, right? the man is a genius.
Hey, I do not hate on the way, on the fact that he is a manipulative genius. There's no doubt.
Exactly.
I wish they should write books, bottle whatever it is he has. If they bottle it,
I heard they was trying to lock him up.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen either. But they was, the Supreme Court system and all that old stuff. They look like they was after that boy.
Hey, he's not president no more. I'm rooting for him to get away. I ain't gonna lie. I watch it every day. I watch the news.
Page Unchained.
Hey, they come with new charges on him every day. Every day I'm sitting there like, I can't wait to see how he works his way out of this. He's amazing. I love watching him. I root for the bad guy movies. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's the ultimate bad guy. He is super villain of my time. I got to watch him work his magic.
Right.
It was amazing.
Right.
I'm glad he's out of office though.
Man, when Kings talk, the conversation is different. We dig deep, man. You really got to pay attention to pick up on it, man. I just like to give a special thanks to my boy Mac for stopping by with us today, man. And you know, letting this true character show, man. When you come on this show, I want you to be you, man. I ain't trying to change you, man. So I just really appreciate you, man. Come by supporting me, you know, and at the same time,
people are gonna demand it. Like, subscribe on the YouTube. Hey, you can't just
when
click
Kings
on
talk, the conversation
click the like
different.
on the event page. Also go to the YouTube page. Click the like on the video itself. Click the subscribe for your boy.
It's free.
It don't cost you a damn thing.
It don't cost you nothing. It's free, baby.
It's free. Love is free.
Man.
Click the like button and then comment under the video. Say, hey, you gotta have Mac back on the show, man, because we need more of that.
If y'all want Mac back, let me know.
The Joker, man. Hey.
When Kings talk, man, the conversation's different. You really got to pay attention to pick up on it, man. Shout out to all the people out there, man, that's progressing in life and not being a hater. You can't have the AD face, man.
Hey,
when
man,
Kings
don't
talk,
have the AD face. When you see me in them streets, blow one with your boy. You know what it is.
And we out, baby.